Hey, and welcome to this InfusionFlo class. It's based around balance today, so we're going to be exploring how we find balance in space, especially as we're moving. I will give lots of different options, but there's always the option to repeat the class again to get more and more familiar with it. And as always, do what feels best for you, okay? I will offer up a few options. Just stick with what feels good for you. Okay, let's get into it. Beautiful. Okay, so let's come to the top of our mats or center of our rooms, wherever we happen to be, and just start to press the feet down into the mat. This class today is going to be focusing on balance and finding balance. So we'll be playing with a lot of postures, a lot of movements that test out that balance. Okay, so what we want to first work with is pressing down into the feet. So we've got this grounding energy down and then drawing all the way up through the feet, up through the crown of the head. And so we've got this lovely energy downwards and lovely energy drawing up. We want to think of our tailbone here dropping down towards the earth and our pubic bone drawing up towards the sky. We're thinking of our shoulders down and back, but the back of the neck lengthening up towards the sky. So just staying here for a few breaths, feeling all those oppositions of energies, down and up, all through. Good, so a few more breaths here. And next breath, inhale the arms up overhead. Bring them to prayer and then exhale, bend at the hips all the way down. Roll all the way back up to do another inhale and then exhale, forward folding. A few more like this. Inhale to come up. Exhale to come down. You can bend as much as you like to begin with. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, coming down. Use one more inhale to come up. Exhale, float the tips of the fingers each side of the foot, plant the fingertips down and step one leg back, it doesn't matter which one, drop the back knee. Now we're going to breathe, inhale, reach the chest forward. As we exhale, draw that front hip back and start to exhale out, stretching into the back of the leg. We're going to floss out the hips a little bit with an inhale to come forward. And an exhale to draw the hip back, inviting energy into the back of the leg. So flossing through in your own time, allow the breath to lead you. So the inhales forward, the exhales back. You can have as much of a bend in that knee as you need, especially if your hamstrings are tight. It's early morning, it's probably the first time you've moved today, so be gentle with the body. Good. When you come and find yourself back in the lunge, use the fingertips to press down, tuck your back toes under and lift your back leg off. From here, plant the hands firmly down and let's find our first down facing dog today. So bring the front leg back and find a down facing dog. You might want to bend into the feet, bend into the knees, bring a little bit of movement, whatever feels good. Good, and then on your next inhale, take the opposite leg forward into a lunge. Drop the back knee down. Let's floss out through the hips on this side. So fingertips are down. Inhale, we lead with the chest. Exhale, we draw that front hip back as we flex the front foot. That's it, so be gentle with the body. Bring a little bit of warmth into the body by inhaling forward, exhaling back. Enjoying it, Ash? You gonna join in? No. Okay. Two more like this in your own breath. Really important that you allow your breath to dictate how long the movement takes. And the next time you find yourself in the lunge, plant the hands down, press back, down facing dog, pedal out the feet. So the hips are lifting high to the sky, The knees are a little bit bent, maybe walking side to side. And then pressing the chest back towards the legs. Good. From here, look to the top of your mat. Walk your feet forward. Use your next inhale to breathe all the way up to standing. And the exhale, bring the hands to the heart space. Now, let's start working with the balance a little bit more and that idea of balance. What we're going to do is simply, I'll just face aside so you can see, raise the heels and then gently lower down. We're going to use the arms with us. We use an inhale, breathe up. Exhale, float down. Now, as you come back down, you want to have a little bit of resistance. So rather than up, down, that's kind of easy. It's not really using any muscles. We want to press it down and up to take ourselves up. And then there's this feeling of resistance, up, as we take those heels down. So a few breaths of those. You'll use the inhale to reach high, and then the exhale to lower, but keep thinking tall. Okay, a few more breaths like that. Does not matter if you're wobbling all over the place. We're just starting to invite this idea of balance into our body. Okay? Beautiful. So working with that opposition. Always up and down. Always up and down. Last one of these. And then bring the hands to the heart space. Beautiful. From here, let's take a chairs pose. So bend the knees. You can choose the depth. If you need to keep it mild today, just drop the hips moderately. If you want to make it stronger, drop the hips right down towards the knee level. From here, let's invite some energy and strength into our legs. We're going to use the arms and upper body here. We're going to inhale high to the sky. As you exhale, draw the belly in, reach the arms back. So I'm keeping my legs in the exact same place. It's just the arms that are floating up and then down. You can drop the head down. That feels nice. Inhale, lift the chest and open. Exhale, draw the belly in, lift the hands up towards the sky. 3 more like this. Yeah, you'll start to feel a little bit of a burn in the legs. Embrace it. We're activating the legs. They're going to help us in our balancing today. Floating down. Last one of these. And then the next time you inhale, lift one leg. It doesn't matter which one. Draw the knee up towards the nose. Now, if this is not feeling right for you today, you want to make it a bit milder, a bit gentler, you can just pop the heel, okay? That can be your balance for the today. So you'll just pop one heel. If you want to make it stronger, float that knee even higher. Good, now take your awareness to your supporting leg. We want to be thinking down through the feet, energy grounding, but we want to be lifting up through the hip, up through the crown of the head. Good. From here, there she goes. From here, bend into your supporting leg. Take that leg back, find your foot into a high lunge. That's it. We're going to float between these two positions now. So we'll inhale, scoop the knee to nose. Exhale, bend and reach back to a lunge. Okay, inhale to press up. Doesn't matter if you're wobbling, it's part of the process. Exhale, pressing back. Good, keep flowing in your breath. Work with your breath. Decide what the dynamic of your arms are. They could be quite strong, or they might be really gentle and floating. Completely up to you. That's it. Last one of these. Exhale back. And then on your next inhale, float the knee that little bit higher, and then bring the hands back to the heart space. Before we move on to the next side, just notice the difference in energies of legs. One's probably feeling a bit stronger, a bit more stagnant energy. The other one's a bit freer. Don't worry. We're going to switch to the other side now. But we'll start with the Utkatasana, the chair pose. So find your squat, drop the hips down to whatever height feels good for you, and then thinking of lifting the chest high. Let's do a few breaths. We're going to inhale, lifting up. Exhale, draw the belly in, reach the hands back. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, down. That's it. It's quite nice to drop the head on the forward fold. Often I'm just looking towards you to see that we're still filming. That's it. Last one of these, and now float the opposite leg up. So the leg you haven't done yet, float it up to the sky. Remember, there's the option to just pop the heel if you want a gentle flow today. Otherwise, draw that knee as high to the sky as you can. Great, let's flow between here and a lunge position. So we're going to float that leg back, reach the hands back. Let's go between these two positions. The inhale will lift us high. The exhale will bring us back. Keep working between these two. Use the length of your breath to dictate how long each movement takes for you. I can't remember how we did it on the other side, but let's just say we've got one more of these. So a full set. Doesn't matter if you wobble, that's completely fine. Next time you find your knee to nose, see if you can lift it a little bit higher, and then bring the hands to the heart space. Beautiful. Okay, so what we're going to do is add a few of those movements together, flow them a few times. So this will be our first movement. Inhale, lift the chest high. Exhale, float the arms back as we come down. Inhale, we're going to do a full circle of the arms as we lift one knee high to the sky. And then exhale, press back. Okay, come back to the top of the mat. Let's just have a little go of that on the other side. Then we'll flow the two. So our first breath is an inhale, chair pose. Exhale is the forward fold. Circle the arms into a full circle. Inhale, bring the other knee high to the sky. And then exhale, float back into the lunge. Come back to the center. Let's try the first side. Inhale, breathe up. Exhale, forward fold. Full circle with the arms. Use an inhale, lift the knee high. Exhale, pressing back. Come back to the top of your mat. Let's try the other side. Inhale, breathe and lift high. Exhale, drop the head forward. Full circle with the arms as you inhale, reach the knee high to the sky. Exhale, reach your hands back, reach that foot back to high lunge. Good, come back to the top of the mat. One more, each side. Here we go. Inhale, scoop high. Exhale, forward fold. Full circle as you inhale, lift up. Exhale, press back. Good, come up to the top of your mat. Switching sides. Inhale, scoop. Exhale, forward fold. Full circle as you inhale, lift up. Exhale, back. Great. Come back to the top of the mat. Let's flow through that on the first side. One more time, and then we're going to go on in the sequence. Okay? So inhale with me. Exhale, forward fold. Full circle with the arms. Reach 1 foot high to the sky. Exhale, reach back. And then from here, let's take the hands down to the floor. Oh, actually, I forgot. From here, my hands are behind me. They're going to fully circle up and over as if I was doing a butterfly to bring my hands down. So just try that with me. My hands are back. They're going to come up and over like a butterfly stroke. Try one more of those. My hands are back. Reach them up, reach them down. From here, take the weight into the hands. Bring that front foot back so that foot comes down to the mat, and the other foot, the foot at the back, comes out to the side. Okay, and then come up onto your knee. Okay, so let's get that transition again. I'm in this lunge. I take weight into my hands. I place the front knee down underneath my hip whilst the other one comes out to the side. Ash, move over here. That's it. Good girl. Stay there and then come up. Okay. Now from here, take the outside hand down to the floor. Reach and make one long line from the outer ankle all the way through to the fingertips. And let's take a few breaths here just to breathe into that side body. So one long line, reaching from the outer edge of the foot to the fingertips and breathing into that upper body rib cage. Great. From here, come back up. I want you to now take the opposite hand, reach it away, circle it over, place the hand down, reach over. Try that with me again. We're going to scoop down the leg, lift up and over, and bring the hands down. So you'll start to notice, especially as we take it slow, that requires quite a bit of core to support you there. As you come over to the side, up, you support yourself, fingertips down. Okay, let's try a few more of those. Use an inhale to come down. Inhale, exhale. Try it again. Inhale, scoop down, exhale over. Last one, inhale over, exhale as you throw. Great. Let's come up to the top of the mat and shift into the left side of that, or the second side of it. So from the very top of the sequence, we've got an inhale, sink the hips. Exhale, forward fold. Fully circle as you inhale, lift the opposite leg this time. Exhale, reach back to the high lunge. Bring both the hands down. Let's try this transition. Press into the hands, draw this knee in, drop it down underneath the hip, bring the back leg out to the side. Good, let's go rewind that. I'm in my high lunge. Try this with me. Press the hands down. Draw that front knee into the under the hip, back leg out to the side, coming up. Now let's first stretch into the side body. So the same arm as my supporting leg, hand down, reaching up and over. One long line here for a few breaths as you reach from the outer foot all the way into the fingertips. That's it. Good, now come back up from here. We're gonna do that little scooping movement now. So we're gonna come down the leg. We're gonna throw the arm over, gently reach down towards the floor, back into this position. Try it with me now with a breath. Inhale, scoop. Exhale, throw. Try it again in your own time. Inhale, exhale. Try it again. Inhale, exhale. Last one. Inhale, exhale. Beautiful. Okay. So, we're about halfway through our sequence. Let's try it from the very top on the first side, and then we'll add some more onto it. Okay? So come to the top of your mat, center of your room, wherever you happen to be. Okay. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, forward fold. Full circle as you lift the first leg high to the sky, and then exhale, high lunge. Inhale, place the hands down, shift your legs into the new position, and then exhale, breathe into the side body here. Ready for your scoop? Inhale, throw as you exhale. Good. Bring both hands to the ground. You're gonna hug the knees in, and I'm gonna roll towards my first side leg. So the leg that's been lifted, the leg that's gone back, I'm gonna roll towards that side. I'm gonna start with the simplest option, and then I'll give a little bit more of a tricky one, okay? So first option is to bring my two knees together, drop my hips to the side, and roll onto my back. Okay, so try that with me. I've just had my leg out to the side. I'm gonna bring my hands down, both knees in, gonna sink to the side, and roll onto my back. Good. Okay, Now we can start to make this look a little bit more elegant and try. We've just gone inhale, over. Now, as I come down, I can take my, the arm that's just done all the scooping forward. So I've got it nice and long around the ground. And then from there, roll down onto my back. Yeah, you gotta move over, Missy. Move over. Good girl. Okay, so with that one, all I changed is from here, I bring this arm forward as I roll onto my back. Okay, so have a little go of that. This is probably the most awkward part of the routine, but once you find that fluid nature of it, it'll look really cool. So I've got my leg out to the side. I inhale over to the side, exhale through, and then I bring my knees in, and I can either simply roll onto my back with my hands in, or I can scoop that arm forward and then roll onto my back. Great. Now, stay on your back. If you'd like to, just to learn this, you can come onto the side so you can see, but you'll end up doing this facing the back. So I've landed with my hips, my feet and knees hip-width distance apart, as if I was gonna go and do some hip lifts, which in fact we are going to do. So let's invite a little bit of energy into the spine first. Make sure it's nice and lubricated before we move on. So on your inhale, we want to peel vertebra by vertebrae all the way off until we reach a tabletop position between the upper body to the knees. As you exhale, draw your ribs to your hips. Try and connect each and every vertebra back to the mat. That's it. Let's do a few of these just to warm up the spine. Inhale, press and lift off. And then exhale, coming all the way down. Once you know what you're doing, face your head towards the sky to protect the neck. Inhale to lift. And then exhale, lower down. Good. 2 more like this. Inhale, scoop and lift. Exhale to press down. Last one, pressing down through the feet. Good. Okay, if you have turned to the side, just to learn that, shift yourself so your head's back towards the camera now and the feet are towards the back of your space. Okay, so we're going to do just one of these. Inhale to lift up, and then exhale, come back down. And I've just got to think which way we're going to go. Okay, let's return the same way that we came. So roll onto your side and come back to seated. Okay, so if I'm on my back, I'm going to roll onto my side as if I'm asleep in bed and then press myself up to seated. Okay, have a little try of that in your own time. You're on your back, roll onto your side, returning the same way you came, and find yourself into a little seated position. Now, in that moment, there's going to be an additional transition that you can do, but I'll add it in a little bit later. Let's learn the final few movements of this sequence. So from here, when you've sat yourself back up, we're going to press into a down-facing dog. So lift the hips high to the sky, hands about shoulder width apart, and you could press into the heels right now. Have a little bit of movement. Great. From here, step your original leg that was floating forward. And from here, float your back leg off. We're going to take a little standing split. Now I'm going to face the side to show you. What I want to do is keep my hips square. So I can take my leg a lot higher if I open up the hips, but for today's purposes, I want to square off the hips. That means my supporting hip is lifting high to the sky and my upper leg is dropping forward. Just hold for a few breaths here. You can either, you can't see my foot, you can either flex it or point it. Okay, that's it. Few breaths here, reaching down towards your supporting leg. I'll come back to the way we were. And because as this is a little balance class, there's a little option of a little hop off the ground. It might be super small, or it might mean you pendulum all the way up so you find that sweet spot of balance. So like a little handstand pop. So I've got my leg here, I'm gonna press into my hands, and I might only just come off the floor. You don't even have to do this, but if you'd like to, just a little pop, just a little pop. If you wanna go further and you feel comfortable with it, you can go a little bit further till you find the legs higher. Okay, have a play with that for a few moments. Little hops, or you can just stay with the standing split. And then when you're ready, bend the knees. Bring the hands to the elbows. Shake out everything. Shake your head yes and no. Release the hands. Roll vertebra by vertebra all the way to standing. So let's now try this whole sequence on the other side. We'll go through all the same steps we've already done. And then the more comfortable we become with the sequence, the more options I'll add in terms of things you can add or subtract. So let's start from the beginning. We're going to shift everything to the opposite side. So use an inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, forward fold. Circle the arms round as you inhale, lift the opposite knee up, and then exhale, press back to your high lunge. Hands are going to come down as we inhale. Bring that front knee underneath your hip, back leg out to the side. As we exhale, reach and stretch into this arm. On your inhale, you're going to scoop down the leg. Exhale, throw over. And from here, bring your knees in. Let's pause. So now, I want to shift my hips to the opposite side and roll onto my back. Okay? Just try that again. I've had my leg out to the side. I'm going to draw my knees in and I'm going to roll onto my back to come here. Good. Okay. Next option, if you want to add in the arm. So I'm going to scoop the same arm as the leg that was out, scoop it to the ground, roll onto my back. You're going to take one inhale, lift the hips high to the sky. One exhale, lower the hips vertebra by vertebra. And we're going to return the same way we came and come back onto our knees. Great. From here, find your down facing dog. And now step the working leg forward into a lunge and find your standing split. So remember, with this one, we're not opening up the hips. We're working towards having the hips stacked. So I've got them parallel to the floor. I'm going to be feeling quite a bit of stretch in the back leg here. Take a few breaths here. And then if you'd like, a few breaths of pressing the hands down, maybe a little pop, maybe a bigger pop. Have a feel, decide what feels best for you. You might not have any pop, you might just float the leg up. Okay, your choice. A few more breaths here. Little presses. Good. And then when you're ready, come to the front of the mat. Interlock the hands, shake the head yes. Shake the head no. And roll slowly all the way up to standing. How are we feeling? A bit sweaty? A bit hot? I am. Okay. These are the bare bones of our sequence today. So as we get more used to it, we'll start to flow everything more, and I'll add in a little bit of detail as we go through. So, choose which leg you're going to start with. Give it a little slap, because this is when I say, rather than working with a right leg and a left leg, some people get confused with that. I'm going to say the working leg. So slap the first one you're going to use. That'll be the one that lifts up. That'll be the one that comes here. It's the one that comes out. Okay. Let's go from the top, nice and slow. One breath per movement. If you get a little bit lost, have a look, follow me. Don't get too stressed. We've got quite a few more times to get used to it, and I can always simplify it out a little bit. Good, so from the top, let's inhale, lift the hips, the chest high. Exhale, forward fold. Arm circle as you inhale, lift the working leg. Exhale, reach back, high lunge. Now, inhale, bring the arms up and over and down, and then change the legs out to the side. Exhale. Continue breathing as you take the arm out. Then on your next inhale, scoop. Exhale, throw. Come down to sink. You're going to go towards the way we had our leg out and roll onto the back. From here, press the hips up towards the sky. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, lower the hips. Roll back the way you came. Come into your down facing dog and step your working leg forward. Either take a standing split or straight away into a little hop. Bring the feet to the top of the mat and slowly roll vertebra by vertebra all the way up to standing. Good. So we kind of got through that one on the first side. Don't worry if it was a bit clunky. You'll find your way. You'll find your transitions as you get more comfortable. Next side. Slap the leg that's going to be doing the work. Here we go. Inhale, reach the chest high. Exhale, forward. Full inhale, circle the arms, lift up. Exhale, find your high lunge. Inhale, arms come down, shift the legs down. Use an exhale, breathe out. Next inhale, scoop. Inhale, scoop. Sit down, roll onto your back. Next inhale, press the hips up to the sky. Exhale, lower the hips down. Return the way you came, and then find your down facing dog. Step your working leg forward, maybe a split or a little hop, and then rolling up vertebra by vertebra, however feels good for you. Okay? Beautiful. Let's try each side again. Then you'll either keep that and flow that, or I'll add in a few extra little things inside it. Okay, from the top. Inhale, breathing up. Exhale, forward fold. Full circle as you inhale, lift the supporting knee, the working knee. Exhale back. Inhale down, change the legs. Exhale, reach out to the side. Scoop, inhale out. Exhale, throw. Bring the legs down and then rolling on to the back. Inhale, pressing the hips high. Exhale, lowering the hips down. Roll back the way you came. Find your down facing dog. Take your working leg forward, maybe hop into a little handstand. Then as you come up, slowly roll vertebra by vertebra to stand. Good, let's try the opposite side. Different working leg now. Inhale up. Exhale down. Full rotation to come up. And then exhale back. From here, circle the arms down. Shift. I did this wrong the other side, didn't I? Exhale out to the side. Use an inhale, throw, exhale. And then from here, rolling onto your back. Lift the hips as you inhale. Exhale, lower. Roll back the way you came. Lift the hips high to the sky, down facing dog. Step the working leg forward, maybe a split or a little hop, and then roll up however you please. So from the top, inhale, scooping up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle round, lift the knee high to the sky. Exhale, come back. Now inhale down, this leg comes in as the back leg goes out. Exhale, breathe over to the side. Use an inhale, up and over, exhale down, and then roll towards the way your leg was. Inhale, lift the hips high. Exhale, lower back down. Come back the way you came. Into down facing dog. Step your working leg forward, a little pop, and then come all the way up to standing. Good, try the other side. Use an inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Full circle. Inhale, scoop the knee high. Exhale, reaching back. From here, plant the hands down. Woo. Drop the knee down, bring the back leg out to the side. Breathe out. Use your next inhale to scoop out to the side. Throw it as you exhale. And then from here, roll onto your back. Lift the hips high to the sky as you inhale. Exhale, lower. Come all the way back. Find your down facing dog. Step your working leg forward. Little pop, handstand, whatever feels good. Then come all the way up to standing. Okay, last little movement on the end of that. As you are coming up, I want you to float one foot off, and it doesn't have to be a pretty thing, and just play with your center of balance. And then that will be the end of it. So as you're rolling up, test your balance, shift one leg off. Flick, play with the balance, work the legs until you find yourself back in center. So just try that with me. You're down here. It's a final movement as you're coming up rather than just rolling vertebra by vertebra. Just take one leg out, your working leg. Let it twist, let it maneuver you, and see what happens with your entire body just by taking a leg away. As I said, it doesn't have to be pretty. We don't have to look beautiful. It can be completely grotesque. And just see what happens. You might even tread on your dog. Okay, if there's a dog next to you, note that that is a hazard potentially. Otherwise, allow yourself to fall. We're checking out that balance. Okay, from the top, here we go. I'm going to start now with the music that's designed for this. So remember, you've just got that at the end. Remember, you've got the option of the scooped arms. It can be quite confusing as to which side to roll. Just find yourself onto your backs before you lift the hips high and down. Doesn't matter if you accidentally go to one side or the other. It's all going to even out in the end. Okay, last few times on each side. Here we go, from the top. Inhaling to breather. Exhale forward. Inhale, lift the working knee. Exhale back. Bring the hands down and out. Exhaling out. And scooping in and out. From here, roll onto your back. Inhale, lift the hips high. Exhale, lower the hips down. Roll over to the side. Find your way into down facing dog. Take your working leg forward, either standing split or a little pop. As you roll up, working leg comes out. Have a little play of your balance. And let's shift on to the other side. Inhale, breathing up. Exhale, forward. Full circle as you inhale. Exhale back. Inhale down. Bring the legs out. Exhale over. Inhale, scoop. Exhale, throw. Roll towards the leg onto your back. Inhale, the hips high to the sky. Exhale down. Roll over. Find your down facing dog. Take your working leg forward. Maybe pop into a little handstand. As you come up, take the opposite leg out now. Test your balance. Okay, let's go. First side, here we go. Inhale up. Exhale down. Full circle, inhale. Lift up. Exhale back. Inhale down and out. Continue the out breath. here, roll onto your backs. Inhale, lift the hips high. Exhale, lower the hips. Come over onto down facing dog. Take your working leg forward. Maybe a little pop. And as you come up, working leg out, have a little test of the balance. Let's go on to the other side straight away. Feet together. Inhale, lifting high. Exhale, forward. Full circle, inhale, lifting up. Exhaling back. Inhale, up and over and out to the side. Exhale. Scoop, inhale, throw, exhale. Walk over to the back. Lift the hips high to the sky on your next inhale. Exhale, lower down. Come over to the side. Find your down facing dog. Take your working leg forward. Hop up maybe. Take your working leg out to the side. Test the balance. Okay, pause for a little breath. Okay, so that's the routine or the sequence so far. There is like a few extra little things I'm going to add into that if you want to do it. If any part is confusing you, just take a bit out, completely fine, simplify it, make it yours, just so that it feels good in your body. And I will add in extra things as we go through it these last few times. Okay. Just watch this first if you're going to try it out, because it's confusing, okay? Now, when I'm on my back and I do my little hip lift, I have an option now to take my working leg up to the sky, cross it over, and as I come down, I'll come round to get into my down facing dog. Okay, so just watch one more time with that. As I lift the hips high, I have the option to then extend one leg high to the sky, cross it over. That foot's now gonna fall to the side. My arm's gonna come around my head and I rotate on my shoulder to get into down facing dog. Okay? If you were looking at that, if you were looking at that and thinking, no, don't do it, that's it. If you go, oh, that's kind of fun, have a little go now. One leg extends, it crosses over, you fall onto the side, you rotate around to come in. Okay. So, if you want to, that is there. Have a little go now. For everyone else, just catch your breath. I'm going to do this a few more times each side. I'll probably do one version where I don't do the extra leg, and I'll probably do one version where I do. Okay, stick to your guns, make this your own, make it work for you. Make what feels good for you today. Okay, when you are ready, make your way to the top of your mat. Here we go. One last time. Oh, not one last time. I said that so dramatically too. One last time, a few last times. Okay. Okay. Here we go, guys. Breathing in. Here we go. Inhale, scoop up. Exhale back. Full circle. Inhale, lift the working leg. Exhale back to the high lunge. Inhale over, rotate the legs out. Exhale to the side. Scooping, inhale, exhale. Now go down to the back. Inhale, lift the hips high. Exhale, lower. Come back over, find your down facing dog. Take your working leg forward, take a little hop. Then as you roll up, working leg presses out. Test the balance, see what happens with it. Ready for the other side. Here we go. Inhale, scoop and lift. Exhale down. Full circle as you inhale, lift up. Exhale, press back. Inhale down, shift the legs out to the side. Exhale to the side. Inhale, Scoop. As you come down, roll onto the back. Inhale the hips high. Exhale, lower. Come all the way round, down facing dog. Take your working leg forward, standing split, or a little hop. Then as you roll up, flick the leg out to the side. Test your balance. Don't worry about falling. Okay. One more each side. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale forward. Full circle. Inhale. Exhale back. Inhale. Shift your legs out to the side. Exhale as you reach. Scooping. Inhale. Exhale down. Rolling onto your back. Next inhale. Press the hips to the sky. Option to take the leg if you want. Woo. And then press down to down facing dog. Step the working leg forward, have a little play. As you roll up, working leg comes out. We test it out. Other side. Here we go. Inhaling, breathe. Exhale forward. Full circle, lift up. Exhale back. Inhale, press the hands down, replace the legs. Exhale, breathing out. Inhale, exhale. Come down to the floor onto your back. Inhale up, maybe taking the working leg to the sky, flicking around. Find your down face dog. Step your working leg forward, have a little play as you come up. Balancing. Okay, one last time. I'm not going to say a word. We've heard me enough. This is for you. Make it your own. Do as you need. I'm going to do it, so if you need someone to reference, look forward. If not, enjoy yourself. Last time each side. Your breath, your timing. So whenever you are ready, I'll be quiet from now. Whenever you are ready, I'll be quiet from now. As you finish, just allow yourself to sway side to side, to let the energy run its course. Start slowing down the heart rate. Feel the energy circulating. Beautiful. Use an inhale, breathe the arms up overhead. Exhale, interlock the hands behind your back. Inhale, lift the chest high. Exhale, forward fold. Shake the head, yes. Shake the head, no. Release the grip. Roll vertebra by vertebra all the way to standing. Let's stretch out those quads. So taking the heel to the buttock, then pressing the hip forward. Supporting and lifting out of that supporting leg. Thinking of lengthening up to the sky. Drop your tailbone down so your spine is nice and long, so you can really get this in the front of the leg. Good. Hug the knee towards the chest. And then release that down, cross it over. Let's take a little glute stretch. Either hands down to the floor, hands down to the side, or interlocking the hands behind the back. If you're wobbling, bring the hands to the floor just to secure you. And then from there, slide that foot down so it's in cross in front of you like this, and then drop down. Shake the head yes, shake the head no. And then gently roll up. Let's switch the legs over. So quadricep stretch, stretching into the front of the leg. Draw the heel to buttock, hips pressing forward, tailbones lengthening down, lifting up out of the supporting leg all the way through the crown of the head. Then hug that knee to your nose, get a little squeeze. Cross that leg over, arms can go down, out to the side, interlock, forward fold, hands down, whatever's good as long as you're getting a stretch in the outer hip. Cool. And then slowly lower that foot down so the feet are crossed over, and allow yourself to drape forward. And then slowly roll up vertebra by vertebra. Let's stretch out the neck. There's a lot of movement happening there. So gently taking the head towards the side, reach the opposite fingers away. Good. Now gently look towards your armpit. Same idea. The shoulders drawing down the back. Switching sides, very gently taking that head over, feeling the opposite energy drawing down and away. And then take the head on the diagonal towards the armpit. Same concept, drawing back and down. Good. Shaking it all out. Thank you so much for practicing.